So it's winter, it's still pretty cold, very cold today. Most of us are in a similar position, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that your golf is better going in towards this season. And I know there's a few of you that are already in shorts. I'm very jealous, but for most of us, it's cold. What we want to do is we want to have a much better season. What I'm going to do with you today is I'm going to share a couple of things that I do with every student that I meet, but also how I feel like I play my best golf. First question I always ask every student I meet, whether it's online or face-to-face, is what type of shot are you trying to play? Then I'll kind of go on to the next question would be, what is the difference do you feel when you play a good round of golf and a bad round of golf? Generally, nobody really knows the difference. They don't really know the difference between what happens when they play a good round of golf and what happens when they play a bad round of golf. There's no real reflection. And that's a problem, because although we've got high handicappers that are pretty new to the game, mid, low, pro, whatever, you all still need an idea of what you want to try to do. Now, I always feel I play my best golf when I draw the golf ball. So that's the first thing, is to try and think about what type of shape of shot you like to hit. And you might not know that yet, you might not be experienced enough, but you will through the idea of practicing much better. Now, next tip, you need to control your starting direction, okay? So if I'm going to draw the golf ball, I need to make sure that golf ball is starting slightly to the right. And if you're going to fade it, you might start it slightly to the left. That's fine. And by having that clear identity each and every time, you're going to be much more aware of how to manage your club face. For me, I need to make sure when I'm hitting it that I'm getting those hands ahead, and that helps me keep that club face pointing in the direction where I want it to point, which is going to bring me on to my swing thought in a moment, to get the golf ball starting towards that right hand side. That's a key thing. So when I'm practicing, I can just, I choose my target, and then I'm sort of criticizing myself. Did I start the direction correct? Did I get my curvature? How did I manage it? And then that way you can become much more coordinated at repeating the same sort of thing. And that's what you need to do. Clear identity. So I've got some great drills coming up this week. One in particular, which is a really basic drill. So you want to subscribe now to make sure you don't miss that video. But what I wanted to do is share with you the swing thought that I always go back to, the thing that gives me the most amount of comfort. And it's a really, really simple thing. And all I do is I concentrate my attention on hitting the inside part of the golf ball. And why that is so important for me is because, as I've just said, I am choosing my target, and then what I need to do is I need to make sure that I'm starting the golf ball slightly to the right. So that means that I need to hit the golf ball, if you like, with a slightly open club face. And that means that gives me the confidence then to get my hands forward. My hands go further forward, that opens the face, and that means that the blade can hit that inner part of the golf ball. Now again, it's a feeling, it's something that gives me that sort of confidence that if I'm picking that target there and I get myself set up, then I can just try and hit that inside part of the golf ball. And there are gonna be times it might draw too much, might miss to the right. But what I'm trying to say is it doesn't really matter, because when I'm practicing, I've got a clear identity of the thing that I am trying to achieve. So I'm going to hit a few shots and kind of run through how I would set it up. You might not be able to copy exactly the same thing down the driving range, but you want to try and do something similar if you can. Let me show you what I'd be doing. First thing I'd be doing, placing an alignment stick down, which would represent my target line. So I'm aiming at that green over there that you guys can hopefully see. That white flag there, that's where I'm going to be aiming. This target line that's now on the ground here is going to be pointing there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and jump down here. I'm going to place a target stick, another alignment stick in line, with my target, so it concentrates my attention on swinging out to the right. Now this is the thing you might not be able to do. Happy days, let's hit a couple. I feel like this drill just gives me so much confidence of that sort of repeatability each and every time, and then you can sort of transfer this then onto the golf course. So I'd sort of stand behind the golf ball, I'd sort of draw a line to recreate my target line, pick something with inside, let's put that back, something with inside my sort of peripheral vision that I'd be able to see, like so, and then from there I kind of get in a sense of how that should feel. Like so, I can just sort of concentrate on hitting that inner part of the golf ball. Now, I get it, there'll be some of you that can't quite do that with the level of consistency, but the brain is such a brilliant thing that if you kind of understand and you tell it what you're trying to do, it will become very good at doing that. It will become much better. Or then when you're going for golf lessons, you go, look, I'm trying to hit this draw, or trying to hit this low draw, I'm trying to hit this low fade, trying to hit high draw, whatever you're trying to do to improve. And then it's easier then to communicate with your pro as well and kind of say, look, it's easier for me, whenever I'm working with somebody, if, we don't really know what we're doing and I'm just saying, oh, I don't like your takeaway, I think it comes too much this way, you should take it straight back. It's like, well, but why? Where does that fall into context? And that's what I'm trying to say. You won't make a swing change, I don't think, if you're just trying to do different positions. You have to have a plan. It's like a puzzle. Your brain needs to be able to see the thing that you're trying to do, that type of shape, to then associate what new skills and new movements it needs. And that's a really good little trick that I tend to say to people. Rather than telling yourself that you're trying to change your golf swing, what I would tend to say is, you're learning a new skill, right? So if you get a little bit lost trying to take this on the golf course, this new draw, new fade, whatever it is, you don't have to play it. You can stick with your, whatever it might be that gets you from A to B. But then sometimes you might go on the course, you might try and learn this new skill. And that's what we're going to be doing. So like I said, got a great drill coming up in a few days' time on the channel. So subscribe, make sure you don't miss. But hopefully today just gives you more confidence. You understand exactly what to do. I'll see you guys again really, really soon.